Brother Season 27. Today is September 4th, day 59. I am Paige Bambushi Roethlisberger.
Hi everyone, and I'm Naomi Bambushi.
And guys, like I said, let's talk Big Brother. How are you, Ma?
Great. Well,
yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. I forgot to remind everybody, please guys, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. Okay. You know we like to start each episode off with a toast to the fallen / evicted house guests. All right, Ma, you want to lead us with the toast?
Okay, let's just say, without naming the evicted house guest, let's just say to that house guest, you played the game, you've had the experience, and we wish you continued success, long life, health, wealth, happiness, prosperity. Salud to the evicted Big Brother house guests.
Salud. All right. Woo. Okay, so to remind everybody, we have Keanu as the outgoing head of household on the block, Mickey, Vince, and Ashley. Fast forward to the blockbuster, and we have some flying balls in a booth. I guess it's kind of like DNA balls, forensic files, and you had to match the balls to the different colors.
Well, first of all, you had to catch them.
You had to catch them. They were my bad. They were flying. You had to,
that was the most difficult part, catching the balloons.
And and looking at
the balls, not balloons, the balls, right?
And then when I saw this, and saw this competition, I said, "Oh wait, all of these contestants up here got a bunch of long hair." And I was wondering if the hair was going to interfere. It didn't seem to. Mickey had her hair tied up. And I was wondering if Vince and Ashley, what was going to happen with them. Something must have got in Ashley's face, because Ashley did not do well in this competition.
Ashley seemed like she was having fun. Ashley did not seem like she was seriously competing at all.
She did not take it seriously. Mickey was doing pretty good. She was hanging in there. But the winner is Vince.
Right.
So Vince is no longer on the block. Come down stage. Next we have Mickey and Ashley, 2 remaining house guests. Now, if you guys have been listening to our updates, you kind of had an idea of what was going to happen. Although on the episode, they kind of changed things around. You didn't really know if there was going to be a big push to get Ashley out, or if people were going to stick with the plan and get Mickey out. Well, the votes were in, Ma, and the votes were 6-1 to evict Mickey. And the funny thing was, Vince was the one to keep Mickey, and I kind of thought it was a little bit odd. I thought he would just vote with everybody.
Yeah.
You think he wanted to give her a sympathy vote?
I guess. I'm not even really sure about, what happened with that. I'm not sure why he did that. I was a little surprised as well. Because I knew that Morgan, initially I'm thinking maybe Morgan or something, but no, he was not, trying to vote along with Morgan or to support Morgan, because at one time Mickey and Morgan had been very close,
Right.
I'm not really too sure where that one was coming from, except that I think they had some sort of not so strong alliance at one point.
They did have an alliance, but Vince had 50,000 alliances.
That alliance disintegrated.
I think the problem with Mickey is, unfortunately, as the game progressed, she didn't see the game accurately. She had no idea that she didn't have the votes.
Right.
She was thinking that, I could even throw the competition to Vince because I have the numbers against Ashley. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
She just wasn't reading the room well at all.
Right. And I think she was a little overconfident. I think that's what happened. She was a little bit overconfident. And also Mickey ruffled some feathers.
Yeah.
Mickey was kind of nasty.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah,
And,
she had gotten, very cocky when she was head of household.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it stayed with her even when she wasn't head of household.
Yeah,
she thought
absolutely.
she was running the game.
Yeah.
So, I liked Mickey in the beginning, but then after a while, I was like, if she went, it wasn't bringing any more excitement to the house.
Right. That's exactly the way I saw it. At some point, Mickey was becoming, as they say, toxic.
Right.
So, okay.
Now, there was a big announcement that there's this big white locust week coming up, or you're going to check into the white locust. Now, I'm thinking that this is going to be outside. We heard in the preview, we heard some things or clues about splitting the house. I don't know if some people are going to go outside, some people are going to stay inside, or if everybody is going to go outside. But they did that last season. They did Janky World, and everybody was outside, and people were just going crazy.
Yeah,
because it was just not comfortable.
Right.
And then a couple seasons ago, maybe 3 seasons ago, they did split the house where some people were inside and some people were outside. So I don't know how that's going to work. They may not have head of household. They may have 2 head of households. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing that we missed, that was really important. There's no Sunday episode. The next episode will be on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yeah.
So they will have BB Unlocked tomorrow, so they may give you some clues about that. But
right.
As far as we know, and we don't know how the feed's going to be. I'm going to try to update everybody and, let them know what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
But, go ahead,
so they must be, I'm just saying they must need the time. They must be setting up for, whatever this white locust situation is.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, listen, they now have 9 people, and, there's still a lot of people left. So they're gonna. I imagine they're gonna have to have some doubles coming up.
Yeah.
At least one double, maybe a triple, but at least a double coming up soon.
Well, I'll be sad to see Vince and Morgan separate. I hope they don't separate those little birds.
They might separate them. They could. Now we know that they'll go to jury together, so that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, who would you like to see be head of household? Now, like I said, we don't know what to expect from head of household. What if this is going to be an unusual circumstance? But let's pretend that it's just one head of household.
I'll give you my number 1 and my number 2.
Okay.
Okay. The number 1 Will, the perennial Will. Okay.
Okay.
And number 2, at this stage of the game, Ashley.
You can see Ashley.
Yeah. That's my 1 and 2.
I would definitely like to see Will be head of household right now. I love Ashley, but Ashley, I think maybe she doesn't need to be head of household right now because she was just on the block. She might need to chill for a minute. I don't want to see Kelly.
No, I don't want to see Kelly. I don't want to see Keanu again.
Well, he can't go.
He can't go back to back. Yeah. And he's already been up there twice, right?
No.
Just once.
Yeah.
Oh, how come it just seemed like
because he's won a lot of.
He's won so many comps, right? It just seemed like who has been up there twice is Vince.
Vince has been up there twice. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if we could see a Will. Ashley will be good too, but I want to see Will do something in power.
I'm there with you. That's what I've been saying for a while now. I'm right there with you. So let's see.
I don't like all these weird challenges and things that they're putting into the game. These little things that they're throwing in, like the white locust. But let's see. Maybe it'll be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, new elements. We don't really know. Maybe it'll be very interesting, and maybe they'll incorporate it. Maybe they'll just test it out and see how it is. So no, I'm all for it. I'm all for throwing little monkey wrenches into the program. Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
and we'll just see how it works out.
And I know that you pretty much were okay with Mickey going this week, right?
I was. Okay. I really was. I mean, among the choices that we had, I was okay with. I felt like Mickey dug her own grave.
Yeah.
That's how I felt toward Mickey. Sometimes you think it's kind of unfair. Sometimes the people who have been, kind of playing a more open and, kind of smart or true game or whatever, sometimes they get sent home. But in Mickey's case, I think Mickey was a little, like you said, a little cocky, a little nasty, and just not doing what she should have been doing to step up her social game.
Yeah, I think she was delusional after a certain point.
Yeah.
And so and in Big Brother, that's not going to get you anywhere. She looked shocked.
Yeah.
When
she said wow.
Yeah, she said it several times.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Oh yeah, that's how you felt. Wow.
Yeah. So, that's why she's being voted out.
I think now what I do think too about Ashley is that I think Ashley is feeling kind of self-assured so far because of her bond with Rachel. And people haven't been taking a shot at her yet as seriously because of Rachel. Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? As the numbers dwindle, hey,
you got to take a shot.
Yeah. As the numbers dwindle.
Yeah, so, I think big targets are definitely going to be Rachel. Yeah. Definitely going to be Keanu.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kelly. I think those three.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's in my mind who I would like to see targeted. But let's see what's going on.
Absolutely. Let's see how it goes.
All right, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to give you guys an update tomorrow. Hope that the feeds, show us something so I can let you know what's up. But this was a predictable ending once we knew that Vince won the blockbuster.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So hopefully we'll have some good surprises too coming up. I was fine with Vince staying, but hopefully this week is not a crazy week. I get scared. All right, Ma. Anything you want to say to Big Brother people? We're good?
Not at all. I just want to say thank you for supporting us, and we'll talk to you soon. In the meantime, to thine own self be true.
All right, guys. We will see. Well, I'll be here soon. Stay safe, and we will talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bambushi Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.